So you want to be able to invest the time in the beginning. And that's why I say never do anything without knowing what's going to happen next. So we have a process that will help us with it. So now, in your situation, it's the same thing. You go through your process every day, right? You talk about yoga, or you talk about nutrition, or you talk about sales every day, but the person that you're talking to may not be talking about that ever. This might be the first time. And we come from a world in sales. If you look at sales back 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, this was sales. A, B, C. Anybody want to take a shot?
Always be closing.
Absolutely. Sure. If you saw Glengarry Glen Ross, that was the first thing that the Baldwin character put up there. Always be closing. And the idea is that if you kept closing, right? Would you like it delivered on Thursday or Friday? Would you like it in blue or would you like it in red? Would you like to pay for it with cash or check? Those were the closing things, because if they said, well, I'd like it in blue, that was an assumptive close, you would go ahead and write it up. The problem being is the always be closing part made sense in the 60s, in the 50s. You know when it doesn't make sense? Now. Now. Because now you can push one button and have all the information about the entire world at your fingertips, on your phone with you 100% of the time. People can't be sold anymore. You can't, dazzle them into anything. People are way too smart. And there was the concept, along with always be closing, which was qualify, present, and close. So the idea is that you would qualify that person. Well, the qualifications of that day were pretty light. I kiddingly say that if you sold life insurance, what did you need to qualify to be a life insurance prospect?
Heartbeat.
A heartbeat, exactly, a life. You're alive, you're a candidate. Sure. And the idea is that you would make, presentations, and you would wave your arms, and you'd have lots of handouts and colorful things, right? And you would do all these great, why? Because if you threw enough against the wall, something might just stick. And then you would go to close. And when you would go to close is when you would find what? Your stalls and objections, right? This was the time when you would find out all the stuff that didn't work, right? You'd find out that they, in fact, weren't the decision maker. You find out that they, in fact, didn't have any money. You would find out that this isn't the right time, or they don't have a compelling reason. But you found out after you did all of your efforts, right? You did all your bells and whistles and everything like that. And you invested a lot of time in people that could never buy. They could never buy. So the new 2020 concept is, instead of qualify, present, and close, it's qualify, close, and present only to the people, right, that have a compelling reason, all right? They actually have a reason for whatever it is that you're selling. They have the money, right? They actually have the money, right? And they're the decision makers. Decision makers, right? They have a compelling reason, they have the money, and they're the decision makers. And then only after you confirm that they have a reason, money, and decision maker, then you do your presentation. Because prior to that, right, you were presenting to anybody, and you were finding a vast majority of your people could never say yes. The best that they could ever say was maybe, and that's why you got a ton of maybes. Because that's the best at that time that they could say. All right, so qualify, close, and present. I'm going to make sure that the people that I actually do my presentation for have a compelling reason to buy. They actually have the money, right? And they're actually decision makers.